Okay, Paddy Cullivan, you're a writer, you're a musician.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's some good news in this for musicians who are getting a gig on Thursday night. I mean, they're getting a gig in front of people who've had quite an amount of drink taken in many cases.
Well, unfortunately, you know, music and drink has always gone together. I mean, Guinness even appropriated the harp as their symbol. I mean, taking it off the nation. That's something we can argue about again with Arthur Guinness if we ever meet him again. My problem is, you know, there's an alcohol holiday happening all the time. There's 104 of them. It's called Friday and Saturday night. There's Good Friday, where we're not meant to drink, but we queue around the block for drink. And the good thing about Arthur's Day is that bands are gigging, and there's, you know, hundreds of bands gigging in hundreds of venues. Thousands of musicians are getting paid. Now, I know that's a very selfish way to look at things, but the most important thing we can do in this country is create work and create jobs. You can do more. You can book more bands and more venues. You have £3 billion. I'd rather Arthur's Day worked over a 4-day period. It was a proper music festival, an urban music festival.
But a lot of critics have said that a lot of the acts are from abroad.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, very few. I mean, most of them are Irish bands. The list came out today. There's Irish bands and everything. But we've lost the relationship between music in the pub. That's something that we always had, going to see it. That's what tourists want to come and see. And the music scene is collapsed in a big way. And unfortunately, with the arts and music and stuff like that, we don't have a kind of an educated millionaire or billionaire class that is philanthropic about the arts. We don't have that. They want to build hotels and golf courses.
Yeah, but as
the government has no funding for the arts,
yeah.
So unfortunately, you know, it goes to a clique, which goes to an elite, and unfortunately, so I'm sorry, we have to have these big bad corporations putting on these things. I mean, there's hundreds of festivals in Ireland that are supported by drink companies. What do? Do we ban Easter because Easter Bunny propagates childhood obesity through sugar? You know.
Yeah, I accept actually Paddy's point. I mean, you know, I think that a pragmatic approach of it, which Paddy is pointing out, it often works in a lot of cases. Do you know what I mean? And I accept the kind of principle of that. I just think alcohol is such a special case.
You can go out on Thursday night and you can drink soft drinks all night and go and see some great live music. I'd rather people did that. Went back to the pub, saw live music, than sit in and watch X Factor with 3 bottles of wine on Saturday night, where not only is your liver getting damaged, but your faith in music as well.
Okay, well, can I bring in, from a medical point of view?
True.
Professor Frank Murray.
You know, if you want just a working definition of bullshit, it's Arthur's Day. You know, if someone came from another planet and asked, what is this thing bullshit? You know, show them this, and all is revealed.
I have a problem with St. Valentine, though.
It's an instinctive thing, you know. But
don't be bringing your personal life into
No, I know what you're saying, but you know, all holidays, let's admit it, are pretty much coming from that view. You know, I mean, I do think.
But a lot of money went into this one.
I know, but if you're going to be creative, it has to be about more than a master brewer and just saying that to him. You know, so why not turn it into a multidisciplinary arts festival that doesn't necessarily all involve us having to go out on one night and do it. You know, if you do it over a whole weekend, bring jazz back on Sundays. People going to the pub on a Sunday.
Jack Daniels have a whole month. They call it Jack's.
Well, I mean, St. Patrick's Day practically goes on from May till September now. True, so, yeah. I mean, you know.
Okay, can I bring Peter in again? What about that idea that we're being presented to the world as Egypts?
I don't think so at all. I mean, you know, the number one Lonely Planet suggestion for coming to Ireland, the number one reason why people come to Ireland is to have a pint of Guinness in a pub listening to music. That's what tourists come for. 1 out of every 2 tourists that come to Dublin visit the Guinness Storehouse. It's
is that how we want to define ourselves?
I think enjoying drink responsibly in a pub, listening to Irish music, I think is a fantastic thing, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it.
Well, my problem is they're not coming for the banking, you know, and they're not coming for stuff that we're bad at. I mean, and I just think that is what tourists want. They want to come and see music, you know, and in a pub, and that's really what they want. We're not, you know, we need to create this. This is helping the music industry. It's not even thought of as an industry here, really. You know, the GAA is, and yet the queues out the door to go to the pubs last week.
So can I bring Frank? Okay, Paddy, final word. Briefly.
And I think, you know, unfortunately, we have a government whose greatest job initiative is to let 90,000 people go away in a year, emigrate in a year. So, in the absence of any ideas, we need things to happen. We need things to be created. We need festivals. We need things like this. They have to be better done. They have to be less ham-fisted. But we need it because we need to go back and see live music and support our music industry.
Okay, final word to use.